We welcome Colorado State to the podium. Again, a reminder to those who have just entered, please mute or turn off your cell phones so we do not have that distraction. Again, a reminder to the media that the locker rooms and the individual interview areas are closed this year, so make sure you get your questions of the student athletes and the coach. We will have Lydia with a microphone. We ask you to identify yourself and who you're representing. We'll begin with an opening comment from Coach. We'll take questions for our student athletes. We'll let them be dismissed and go back to the locker room, and then we'll finish up with questions for the coach. So, Nico, if you could give us your opening comments, please.
Tough loss, really hard-fought game. Give San Diego State a lot of credit. They're a tough team, and they really battled. And I thought our guys battled like crazy the last 15 minutes. We probably didn't have that same mentality early in the game. But you look at it, and I think we had that at 6. For a long time, several times. Every time we had it to 6, we just couldn't get over the hump, whether it was a key turnover, a defensive miscue. And then despite all that, we made another run at the end there. And, we just couldn't get a stop in a 2-point game when we needed it. And again, give them a lot of credit. And, to win a game like this, you got to make your free throws. We shot probably uncharacteristically poor from the free throw line tonight. But that's basketball, and give San Diego State a lot of credit. And I told these guys, and like we've done all year, this one's going to sting, and it should sting. These guys are competitive, and we wanted to win. But when we wake up tomorrow, we're going to let this one go, and we're going to turn our attention to Sunday. And Sunday's going to be a special day. This team has had a phenomenal season and is going to get a chance to play on the biggest stage in the NCAA tournament, and they've earned that. And when we get the chance to do that, we're going to celebrate that, and then we're going to turn our attention, and we're going to try to go win in the NCAA tournament.
Okay. Joining us, we have Isaiah Stevens and David Roddy. Questions for our athletes, please.
Mike Brohard, CSU Rams. As Nico touched on it a little bit, there was probably about a 6-minute stretch where they had a 6-point lead. You had multiple chances to kind of cut it down. How frustrating did that get when you don't make that rush?
You definitely start to feel it a little bit, but at the same time, man, if we had the ball in our possession, then we had the ability to go make a play, and we just weren't able to make those at the clip that we needed to tonight. But we'll look at the film, we'll learn from it, and we'll grow from it to see how we can attack those situations better.
David, I know you guys had 2 big goals this year. One was to win a title here. One was to get the NCAAs. You get the second one. Is there a little sting? How much sting is there to not getting the first?
Man, there's a lot. We had 2 opportunities to win. Regular season and the tournament championship. We came up short, but that doesn't take away the fact that we're going to be seeing our banner on on Sunday. So again, like Coach said, we're just going to flush it and focus on whoever we have to play. But this season has just been an amazing journey of ups and downs, as well as just so much growth. Just personally as well as just with the team. So I couldn't be more proud of the way they played, and we have a lot to learn.
Kevin Lytle, Colorado, and 3 games in this stadium this year. You guys shot, in every way kind of worse than your season averages. Is there any reason that you guys can pick out? Are there sight lines that are uncomfortable or what?
We just ain't make the shots, man. I don't really know what to say to that. I promise you it's not on purpose. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, kind of same way. That's it.
Eddie Hers, Loveland Reporter Herald. David, you guys had a highly physical defensive game last night, another one tonight. Just what kind of toll does that take on you guys physically and maybe mentally as well?
Yeah, it does take a little physical toll, but we're used to it. Again, this is our third, Mountain West tourney, as well as, in the NIT last year was kind of the similar way. But, the training staff has just done an amazing job with us, this year, Tony, and just veterans on the team just trying to get in. Treatment as much as possible is what really makes this team, special and, again, making late runs into the tournament.
Justin Michael, DNVR. you guys were able to take last year's postseason loss and follow it up with 3 postseason wins in the NIT. What can you kind of take from that? And can you take anything from that experience of just kind of turning heartbreak and then focusing on the next goal at hand?
Yeah, that's just what we do. Every time we, lose a game this season, we kind of bounce back. So using that, all of last year is still fresh in our minds. We still remember that feeling, on Sunday waiting an hour and never seeing our banner. So, for us, it's just, again, we're going to see it, and now we're just going to try to embrace it and enjoy the moment as much as possible and play as hard as we can.
This question's for this is Austin Montgomery from Mid-Major Madness. This question's for Isaiah. You got a good start to the first half, and then in the beginning of the second half, you didn't get as much looks, and then got going later. What was San Diego State doing defensively, or did it just take you a little bit longer to get in the rhythm?
They're one of the top defensive teams in the nation. I'm not a guy that tries to go out there and just force the issue. I'm the point guard. I'm supposed to be able to control the whole show, get shots for myself as well as the guys around me. And so definitely want to stay aggressive, but at the same time, just not trying to force the issue, like I said. And they're stout defensively, so I was trying to be aggressive as much as possible without forcing the issue.
We have time for 1 or 2 student-athlete questions, if there are any. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We will now entertain questions for our coach.
Nico, I know you had a couple defensive keys tonight. Did it seem like you didn't do a bad job defensively, but there were just enough moments where some of them weren't covered that it hurt in the end?
I thought late, as the game went on, we did. I don't think early we did. I thought we had too many miscues on rotations, ball screen coverages, appropriate help. And then you give them credit. Some of those guys, I thought, a Rope made a 3 for them. Pulliam made a big 3. But we made too many mistakes. Gave up an offensive rebound on a free throw, left Bradley wide open. We came off a strong side help on Seiko and gave their shooters open threes that way. And then, too many easy baskets in the paint. I thought we tightened up as the game went on, but I thought we let some of those guys maybe get into a little bit of a rhythm. But all in all, we did a lot of good things tonight. We just didn't do them for long enough periods of time to get a win.
Coach, Roddy and Stevens accounted for about 75% of your point production. What can you do better to help get other guys in the rhythm and more scoring opportunities?
I think it's a great point. I mean, I don't know. This was one game. We've had a lot of guys who followed us throughout the year that have stepped up and had huge games. For us, tonight just wasn't one of those nights. We had some good looks from some other guys, and they didn't go down. And so I think that happened tonight. I don't think that's been a characteristic of our team. That way, we've had a lot of different guys on different nights that have really stepped up. And it's a good point. Tonight we needed probably somebody else, to just make a few more shots and plays that way. But guys, I mean, the game, as much as when we missed some free throws, but the game was it was right there. It was right there, and it was going to come down to the wire. And tonight, give San Diego State credit. They made a few more plays than we did. But, like all these other ones, it was going to come down to the last 3 minutes, and it did tonight. And we had our chances, but we just didn't get it done.
Nico, if someone told you that you were going to hold Matt Bradley to 7 points and you were going to shoot 48% against the number 1, number 2 statistically defense in the country, and they were only going to score 63 points, would you have felt pretty good about your chances?
Yeah, that's a great point. I would have felt really good about that, But you got to give them credit, and Dutch does such a good job with those guys. I thought some other guys stepped up for him. I thought Pulliam really played well, tonight, and some other guys made some key shots for them. And then, but yeah, I think we probably would have taken that, coming into the game. But But then, I thought we did shoot 48%, but there was more out there for us. We were going to have to get over 60 at least to win. But they're a good team. They're going to play in the NCAA tournament like we are, and they're there for a reason, and just like we are. And so tonight was their night. But yes, going into the game, I thought we did a nice job on Matt Bradley. And I thought overall, other than we turned it over a little too much, but other than that little stretch, I thought we were able to generate some quality shots tonight.
Just the big picture, I mean, when you look at the whole season, was one of the things that I guess the way you scheduled, you were hoping that you guys could build so that a moment like this doesn't prove decisive, going into Sunday, and that kind of do that work during the season and prepare through that schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you know this. We decided going into the season, we were going to go for it. We were going to try to schedule up, play as tough a schedule as we could. And I thought the league was going to be good. I didn't even realize how good the league was going to be. And I said it. I didn't say it out loud, but I told a lot of people. I said my goal for the regular season, maybe more than any, was I wanted to show up here in Vegas at this tournament and feel like we were in, And we did that. That's hard to do. Do you know what I mean? That's really hard to do. And so our guys had a phenomenal season. We came here, we want to win this tournament, and hard-fought win last night, we didn't. But I think this team's prepared. I think they have confidence, and we'll see, what Sunday looks like. But because of the way we've challenged ourselves in the non-conference and the league, I think our guys will take that and have confidence going into, so whoever we play in the first round of the NCAA tournament, we're going to go for it and to give ourselves a chance to win.
Carson Lane with the Collegian. Despite tonight's loss, how would you describe their efforts this 2022 season, and what do you plan to look forward to this Sunday?
The season's just been phenomenal. I mean, these guys, just all the way around, the way the guys have played, the fan support, being ranked, I could go on. And so I'm so proud of these guys. It's been so fun. And Sunday's going to be a special day. When you talk to any kid and you recruit them, they say, I want to play in the NCAA tournament, coach. Every kid dreams of that. That's what they watch growing up, and they want to be a part of that. And there's so much that goes into it, the amount of work and the pressure and the ups and downs, and understanding what this team went through last year. It's going to be an emotional day for them because that's what they've wanted, and they've earned it. They have earned it. And so that's going to be a really cool day. And just like today, we'll worry about it, but on Sunday's going to be a day to celebrate and for these guys to feel really good about what they've accomplished. And then like we always do, we're going to wake up Monday and we're going to get ready for whoever we play, and we're not there just to be in the tournament. We want to go and try to win.
Mark Kisela, Denver Post. Talk a little bit more about, you just commented that every kid wants to be in the tournament. What these guys have accomplished to help you sell this program going forward when you're talking to a young man who wants to be in the tournament?
I think it's huge. People, when I was fortunate enough and people believed in me to hire us, and this was our vision. Our vision was to build a great program that can compete, at the top of the Mountain West and have a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. And we've been able to do that. And I think now we want to celebrate this moment, but I agree with you. How do we build on that? How do we continue to grow as a program and do that and give ourselves an opportunity to compete at this level year in and year out? It's very difficult to do. People don't realize how hard it is and the work that you put in and the level you have to play at consistently over the course of the season. But it's a great stepping stone. It's a great building block for us. And we'll enjoy this moment, but I agree. I think it's something that we can build on, and that's what we want. We want to be able to do that consistently.
I think we have time for one more question.
Nico? Over here, Mark Zigler, Union Tribune. The Mountain West in the last, I think, 4 or 5 years in the NCAA tournament is 1-7 in the first game of the tournament.
I knew you were going to bring that up, right?
Well, my question is, it looks like you're going to get 3 and a good chance you'll get 4 teams in. How important is this tournament for the league as a whole to sort of gain the trust of the selection committee and the public at large that this is a really competitive league? Because if you send 4 teams, they go 0-4, it can hurt that.
I think that's a good point. I don't know if it affects the selection committee as much. I'll give them credit in saying that they take every year in of itself. But I think for the brand of the league, yes. I think for the brand of the league to prove that the league's gotten a ton of attention this year, and it should. The league has played at a really high level, but now we do have an opportunity to go out there on the big stage and find a way to win. And I'm confident that we can do that, but it is big for the brand of the conference. I think that we've got a lot of momentum right now. And, man, if we can go out there, next week and find a way to win some games, and we've got 4 really good teams. If all 4 of us get in, and I think they all 4 deserve to get in, they're all terrific teams, and they're going to play other terrific teams. But I think it would be huge for the Mountain West to go out there and try to make some noise and continue to get everybody who maybe is not staying up tonight to watch the semifinals on the East Coast to realize that this is high-level basketball being played here, and I think it's only going to get better.
Well, thank you very much.